This video will go over how to draw part 6 in Autodesk Inventor 2013. To start, in Inventor, you should start a new file by double-clicking on standard.ipt. And again, I have to fix mine by restoring down and then maximizing. You probably do not have to do that. Based on the plan, we zoom in a little bit. Much like the last one, I'm going to want to start with the top view because I think that's just going to be an easier way to start. You could start it from pretty much anywhere else. You could start it from a front view or a side or whatever. I'm going to start from a top. I'm going to start with this square, which is going to be 2 inches by 2 inches. So in Inventor, when we start our 2D sketch, I want the plane that corresponds to the top view, which will be this plane here. Again, it does some sort of goofy upside down top. I'm just going to click home, so we're at the isometric view where it looks kind of 3D, if you will. I'm going to grab the rectangle tool, click once on the origin when it snaps green, make something roughly square, click again, and now I'm going to use the dimension tool to dimension it 2 inches on one side and 2 inches on the other side. Once I'm set with that, I can click the home button, little house, and now it's centered, zoomed out. So according to the plan, we have our 2 inch by 2 inch square, but we need to extrude this up a bit. And according to the front view, we see that that base part of the drawing here, that first square, is 1/2 inch tall. So in Inventor, we'll finish our sketch, go to Extrude, and we're going to extrude this up 0.5 inches. And then we'll hit OK. And I'm going to click the house to recenter my view. So already we have the base done. Now there's 3 other things that we have to do. We have to do the tall square on the back corner here. We have to do this rectangle, and we have to do this circle cutaway here, this circle sort of drilled part. So we'll take them one at a time. First, I'd like to start with the square, then we'll move to the rectangle, then we'll move to the circle. Just like what we did for part 5, we know that the square starts at the back corner. We know that where it ends is 2 inches. This is a 2-inch side. It's 1 inch away from this edge, and it's 1 inch away from this edge. So it's going right to the middle of that whole square. So from the very corner to the middle of the square. And we can use that information when we create our new sketch on top. So you're going to grab the rectangle tool. Start from the very corner when it snaps green. Make sure that you don't move the mouse when you click. And you'll click once, and then start dragging it out. Notice that the numbers on either side, on either line, count up or down as you move. And if you get it to where one of the numbers reads 1, then the other number reads 1, you'll be at exactly the middle, because this, instead of dimensioning it later, you're pretty much just doing it right now, using the program hints to tell you exactly where the middle is. So I clicked, I drew my square. I'm going to finish my sketch. The view should go back to the isometric. And we know that that 1 inch by 1 inch square is 1 inch total away from the ground, but it's not extruding all the way up 1 inch because we started at ½ an inch. So to get from 0.5 to 1, we only have to go another 0.5. So on Inventor, when we extrude, we'll click that shape because it doesn't know which of the shapes it's going to extrude. We're going to click it. It's still set for 0.5, so we'll hit OK. Alright, next up, we can create a 2D sketch again. On the top of this base again. And this time, we're going to draw this little rectangle. We know it's 0.5 inches away from that edge. We know that this square is actually 1 inch by 1 inch, so that's actually going to go right to the midpoint of there, of that edge of the square. We know that's going from the very corner to the midpoint here, so we can just grab our rectangle. Once again, start in a corner when it snaps green, and then just find the midpoint where it snaps green on the edge of this square. Click again, and our rectangle's all set. Wherever you can use little tricks like that to shorten the work, that's always good. Since that rectangle's set, we're going to finish the sketch. We're going to extrude. We know that we want to extrude this little rectangle, so I'm going to click it. But we don't want it to be 0.5. That's too tall. We remember that it's a little shorter than that. So if we come out here, it says that from here to here, it's actually 0.25. It's a ¼ inch. So let's change this to 0.25. That looks a bit better in the preview. So we'll hit OK. Okay, good so far. One more step is to get that circle hole through. So we'll click Create 2D Sketch one more time on the top of that base. Grab the circle tool. And somewhere around here, we're just going to make a circle, because I remember that it looks something like that. And then I'll hit OK. If I check the plan, I'll zoom in so it's a little easier to see. We know that the hole has a diameter of 0.5 inches. We know that the center of the hole is 0.5 inches from this bottom edge and 0.5 inches from this right edge. So in Inventor, I'll grab my dimension tool. I'll make sure that the diameter of the hole is changed to 0.5. And then to get the distance from the edge, before, when we just did two lines, it was click one line, click the second line, and then place a dimension. It's more or less the same, but we're going to start on this little tiny point, which is the midpoint of that circle. Going to click that point, click the edge, and then place the dimension. And that's already 0.5, so that was perfect. And we're going to click the point, click the edge, 0.526. We want to make that 0.5. Once your geometry is done, looks like that. You have both dimensions, putting the circle a ½ an inch away from the edges, and the circle itself is a ½ inch diameter. Finish the sketch. Your view changes. One more time, we're going to extrude. We're going to tell it which geometry we want to extrude. And then we're going to select cut. Notice that's probably going to be too small of a cut to get all the way through, because it's still set for a ¼ of an inch. So we really need to change that to at least 0.5. And then it's going to go through. You could even change it to a bigger number if you want. As long as it cuts through, it doesn't matter if it cuts stuff that's not there. Okay? So once that's good, we'll hit OK. Go back to the isometric view, the home view, and there you have your completed part 6, just like on the multi-view. You can save it here, grab your snipping tool, take a screenshot. Of course, if you'd like, you can change the material around a bit, get something that looks pretty fancy. That's up to you. But make sure you take your screenshot using the snipping tool. Submit that on Edmodo. And that is how you make part 6 on Autodesk Inventor 2013.